Do y'all remember the words, the revolution will not be televised? Have you sat down with yourself to ask, what are these words illustrating? Because it's not just a sentence to read, it's a picture to see, okay? Because if you understand anything about this system, they're very consistent. Since the movie started, action, they've never taken their costume off. So why would they ever use their primary tool of brainwashing, which is the television, to promote an image of black union or a global union or sovereignty? You understand? They will never do this because it goes against the purpose by which that invention has been used from day one. They're not intentionally sharing information on the news, family. They're intentionally skewing information on the news, family. So yes, you could watch the news and you could learn about something that's going on, but the perspective in which the narrative has been illustrated to you is always in a way that removes your powers, always in a way that makes you seem powerless to the situation that you're observing. Always. They never illustrate strength that you could possess in nothing that you find on the television. So that's the first thing. You want to understand the first thing about the revolution not being televised is that they will never televise. They will never promote. They will never push the power of the one race. They will never do that. They can only show up in ways of separation so that they can control the group as they have been disorganized. You understand? So that's number one. Number two, the reason why the revolution will not be televised, the reason number two is because it is a revolution of the mind. It is a revolution of the mind. So what does this mean? This means an awareness around the consciousness. What does that mean? Well, that means you are going to learn about the way you think. This revolution is about you realizing your power and how it's been lying down dormant or sleeping on a ship in another proverbial way. The ship is rocking and everything is fucking moving around, but you're still sleeping. That's the proverbial, you understand? So to make this second point clear, we want to understand how we have been taught to understand. This is called programming. We've been programmed to see things a particular way. And this is what this revolution is really about, okay? So when you understand that the conscious mind is associated with the awareness when it arrives around the five senses, smell, touch, taste, hear, and see, right? So this is the way that information is put into the mind, because the TV is telling lies to your vision by presenting you images so that it goes into you, and when it lays, it actually starts to germinate the same way a seed would. So this is the reason why we see a concept called predictive programming, because we are the soil. You understand me? We are the soil. So when they send a message or plant a seed, the purpose of them planting this particular seed is for the forecasting of what that seed will look like when it's fully germinated. You understand? So we want to become clear about what this revolution is and how that's actually going to look, because a lot of people are hoping and wishing that they're going to one day see the end of a successful protest. What does it look like? What does it look like when a protest wins? What does that look like? I'm certain that nobody really knows, because we just go out there with signs and pitchforks and we just hope. But we don't know. This is why we are playing with them in a sense of protesting, because we're not within our own space, within our own realm of thinking and understanding based upon how this system works already. They're consistent. Now I want to talk about, i.e. going back to work and requiring a test. Okay? Because they've already told us several times that they're expecting to see deaths all across America. And even before that, TED Talks of hearing Bill Gates illustrate that we need to reduce the population. Now, this is the same person who run Microsoft. And anybody who knows Microsoft, y'all know the Windows computers? Oh yeah, that motherfucking Windows computer. You go on LimeWire back in them days, oh, you gonna have bugs all over your shit. You know how they made the computer bugs? They made them. You understand? That's why people started gravitating to Mac and say, oh, well, they don't have viruses on Macs. Or Apple didn't make the viruses. What you saying? What you saying? What you saying? Because the same strategy they used over here to get people to download antivirus software and pay $60 for it, the same shit they running over here, except now it's on etheric hardware in a way. You understand me? So the third thing I wanted to say about this, I mean, I kind of already said it, but I'm gonna run back into it. It's the television is a primary brainwashing tool. So they are not going to use it to strengthen you. You understand? And that goes against number one, which is the purpose for utilizing the television in the first place. Is to send signal through the minds which are connected to God, the mind of God. So they're pretty much impregnating the mind of God with these particular thoughts. And this is the reason why the kingdom of heaven is at hand right now, because we must reclaim the kingdom, which is the kingdom of consciousness. We must understand the total balance, the wholeness of what we are, which is a subconscious and conscious plus the superconscious minds. And we must be aligned in this way. So the reason why number three is because the television is only used for number one. So the reason why the revolution will never be televised is because the television is a motherfucking lie. Okay? It's a motherfucking lie. I have a screenshot from CNN talking about October, they're expecting to see over 200,000 deaths. Do you know why they said that? It's because they're shooting for a number right now. They're trying to see what they can get. And when you align with the frequency, you pretty much accept the agreement. So they're trying to get as many people to accept this agreement as possible, because the seed is being planted in the mind of God right now. You understand? So people who are watching this without the awareness, you know what I'm saying, not watching what they're watching, you know what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Like, they're watching this, but they're not watching, you know what I'm saying, what they're watching. And that's how you have to see this shit, because their story is his story. You understand? So they're only going to walk us down the path at which they want to go. And this is the reason why Mother Nature finna clap on that ass. Mark my words. We're going to see it firsthand. But I just wanted to remind you of the three reasons why the revolution will never be televised. The reason why we're never going to see a successful protest is because the protest is part of the plan within the system. We must plan outside of the system and actually to see a true revolution. So I want to share this with y'all because it's beyond vital. And share this. If anything I said resonated, share it. And make sure someone sees this, because that's how the power moves. You got to see it too. You feel me? This is the reason why we are about to be in control of our own media networks and all our own information. We have to create our own narrative. Why? Because we are listening now. Except we're not listening to our story. That's the whole thing. That's the reason why they're able to continue this whole shit. Talk about some second wave. Well, I'm surfing, bitch. Y'all not gonna find me wet on that shit. Not at all. So, that being said, stay up, family. Stay up. Stay alive. Okay? Don't go back to sleep this time. I and I. You dig?